video when they're working together. This is going to be the last week on personal branding. So from here, we're going to be going back to some more mindset things, some more mindset training next week. So we're going to talk a little bit about mindset and some things of that nature. So keep that in mind. So if you guys visit the website, we constantly are updating the website, the Training by Dunbar website. So whether you are looking for entrepreneurial coaching, whether you want the free training videos, on any discounts on any of the ebooks, anything like that, you can go to Training by Dunbar website. You can also schedule your free consultation there as well, whether it be entrepreneurial coaching, mindset training, personal development training, or health advice, any of those different things. You can actually go to the website and you can schedule an appointment there, or just kind of go there and kind of see what's new there. The personal branding blueprint, which is a step-by-step guide to building a personal brand. So let me mention something, because and guys, remember, this is an open forum. So when I do Q&A at the end, you can ask whatever questions you want. If anybody ever says anything crazy, I'm just going to edit it anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. So, and the reason why I say that to you all is because I got some phone calls after last week's training asking me like why is the personal branding important, like when you're part of a network marketing company, particularly if you're a part of Legal Shield. Like some of the people listening just didn't understand it. They were on because they were kind of following the training, but they really didn't understand the point. And I get that. And it's always good to ask questions when you don't understand. And the reason why I've been talking about branding is because you have to brand yourself within another outfit, because you don't want people buying that product or service. You want them buying you, if that makes sense. And the way you do that is you personally brand yourself, because people will work with you based on the fact that they like your personality. There are people on my team, and there are people who have bought the membership from me in Legal Shield who had it before and dropped it because they had an issue with the rep, or who were in Legal Shield before and stopped working the business because they didn't like the person that they was working with. And now they may be on my team, they may be working with me, or they may be working with somebody else that's on my team. But it happens all the time, because people will be turned off by people. They will be turned off by maybe somebody's very salesy, things of that nature. So you have to build a brand, because you have to be, your value has to be attached to you, if that makes sense. I hope that's making sense to everybody. And what I mean by your value has to be attached to you is you are your own intellectual property. Is that okay to say? So as being your own intellectual property, I did a training some months ago called What Are You Worth? And see, these things all run together, because I want you all to understand that as you're building a business, your brand, meaning you, meaning your logo or what you bring to the table, is what creates the value in what you're doing, if that makes sense. So the long-term side of it, the long-term income, the residual income, the business running when you're asleep, those things all happen based on you having a personal brand for yourself. And you can look within Legal Shield and see other leaders who have done. There's people in Legal Shield who know who the Melia family is that don't even know who the Melia people are. Like they literally could see Mike Melia, Steve Melia, Kim Melia, and they wouldn't even know who they were, because they probably never seen them anywhere. They just know that the Melia organization is the Melia organization, right? There are people who know that TMB exists, and they may know Darnell and Tracy Self, but they don't know the other 6 people who created TMB. You guys follow what I'm saying? So like a brand has to stand on its own. You have to understand that a brand will stand on its own. And those things are going to be very important as you continue to build, especially when you're in network marketing, because you're in an industry that there is several other companies. And because there's so many other companies that do this, the question is, what leader does somebody want to work with? When people hear that network marketing is a scam and it's a pyramid scheme, who is the person that convinces that person that will do very well in network marketing to believe that it's not a scheme or a scam? It has to be somebody that they trust. So you have to brand yourself as being a person with integrity. You have to brand yourself as being a person who works hard. You have to brand yourself as being a person who supports the organization. And you have to also brand yourself as being somebody who is not the negative things. So when you see a person who they say they can't trust, or a person who is building an organization, but they're really looking to just build an organization so that they can make money as opposed to helping the people that are joining make money. Those are the things that branding will do for you. If people see that, hey, I'm a great success story in network marketing. The biggest part of Darnell Self's success is his story. It's his story. So, you know, he has made a name for himself, not only because he earns income in a network marketing company, but because he has a very notable story. And he's told that story all throughout the industry. And there are people who have come from other companies. There's people who have left their leader in this company and went there. And we don't want to ever encourage that, but it happens because people are so attracted to the story and the brand of that person. So when you go out and you say, hey, Legal Shield, whether it's the business solution side or whether it's the network marketing side, you have to remember, guys, when you're doing that, that no matter what, when you're representing Legal Shield, you're still representing yourself. You still have your own identity tied up into Legal Shield. And when Legal Shield's reputation goes wrong with an individual who has had a bad experience, it's up to you as an individual to turn that around by saying, hey, work with me, I'm gonna make sure you're good. I've had people at enrollment say, hey, I had Legal Shield 7 years ago, and you know, I had this happen and the attorney didn't call me back, or the attorney gave me some lousy answer, or whatever their thing is. And I'll say, the first thing I say is, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so, did you call your rep when that happened? Hey, Carmen, did you call your rep? Hey, Barbara, did you call your rep when that happened? Oh, no, I didn't call my rep. I always suggest that when something happens that you call me immediately, because Legal Shield is a $1 billion company. The law firms work for Legal Shield via contract. You are my customer. My job is to do customer service for you. So if you have an issue with the law firm or with the corporate office, I'm the person that comes to bat for you. So you need to call me when you have an issue so that I can make sure that I'm taking care of your issue. So when that person hears that, they're thinking, oh, okay, well, my rep never told me that. So I didn't call my rep. I had a bad experience with the law firm, so I just canceled. Well, if you don't mind giving us a try again, get yourself enrolled. I'll be your rep. If you ever have an issue, call me, because a lot of times it's just a miscommunication. And I've been using the membership for 13 years. So because I've been using it for 13 years, I know how to get around a lot of the challenges that my customers may have because they don't know how to use the product. That's personal branding, guys. That's not a sales pitch. That's not charisma. That's not, oh, you've been in the business for X months. No, that's me branding myself as a customer service rep that they can trust because they've now had an issue with the law firm or with Legal Shield. So you've got to brand yourself. Branding yourself is not about putting yourself in a nice outfit and taking pictures of yourself and putting it on Facebook. And that's what everybody thinks. So when I did enhance your image online, that's what that was about. When I'm saying personal branding, I'm not talking about how you make yourself look on Facebook, how you make yourself look on Instagram. Yes, you should make yourself look good, but my idea of personal branding is branding yourself as an individual within an outfit. And in this instance, your outfit could be LA Fitness, it could be Watson Realty, it could be Legal Shield. But you've got to, I think I was having a conversation with a gentleman earlier, and we were talking about like marriage, right? And how many people get married and lose their identity in their marriage. So they get married and then it's like, oh, it's just us. Everything is us. And it's like, no, everything is not us. You've got your identity, they have their identity, and then you guys have an identity together. It's just like having a bank account. Like people get married and it's like, okay, no more personal bank account. Everything is together. Why? Why are you doing everything together? A financial advisor normally does not advise that. You should have a bank account. He or she should have a bank account, and then you guys should have a joint bank account together that you guys pay the bills out of, save money, do whatever y'all doing as a family unit. You guys should have a bank account for that, but you should still have money that you have coming in, because the minute you lose your individuality, guys, right, you no longer are a person. You're no longer a person, and you don't want to put yourself in that position. So don't get caught up in a situation where you're dealing with another person and they're encouraging you to lose yourself in a relationship. That's not good. And a lot of times men will try to get you to do that more than women will. So like women, you know what I mean? I'm not beating up the men. Obviously I'm a man, guys, but I'm not beating up the men. But women, be very careful when you dating a guy who wants you to just throw it all away and just, hey, just trust me and just move with me. No, I mean, I don't mean move like physically move in their house. I mean, move with them in a sense where you let go of everything. You got women they'll close all ties down. They won't be talking to their sisters and brothers. They won't be talking to their kids. They'll be so caught up in this guy that they lose their entire identity. And guys, you got to keep your personal branding on the business level and on a personal level. You have to. And if a person doesn't want you to, that person doesn't respect who you are as a person. So yes, I'm a part of Legal Shield. That's why when people say to me, "Oh, you a network marketer?" No, I'm an entrepreneur. I work in the network marketing industry, but I'm more than just a network marketer. I'm an author. I'm a trainer. I'm a coach, right? I'm a network marketer. I'm a recruiter. I'm a salesman. I'm a lot of different things. So whenever you've heard me say the line, "Don't ever allow somebody to put a period in your name where God put a comma." That's what I mean by that. You've got to brand yourself to be available, to be, if you're a believer, right? If you're not a believer, then this won't apply to you. But if you're a believer, and I don't care what God you believe in, I don't care if you believe in the moon and stars, whatever your hierarchy is, then if you believe that what that has in store for you it is much bigger than where you're at, then you've got to know that the label that people put on you is not enough. So this is what personal branding is about. Personal branding is not you walking into a place, Legal Shield, head to toe, and like, I'm Legal Shield, I'm Legal Shield, I'm Legal Shield. No, I'm not the Legal Shield man. You are not the Legal Shield lady. You are Carmen Guzman, an independent associate of Legal Shield. You are Bob Fraser, right? I'm the expert that works with trucking companies, right? To help get your safety score. Like, you've got to have an identity. You've got to have an identity, because the minute that what you're a part of crumbles, and I don't mean crumbles totally, but crumbles in somebody's eyes, you've got to be able to say, hey, look, hey, you know what I mean? Jim Hicks, I'm not sure what's going on, but we got video on mic here, so I'm not sure why it's not working. Check your settings on your Zoom, brother. So that's where it's at. And for those that are joining now, because I know some people joined after, don't pay attention to my background because I'm moving. So guys, I don't want to put up my virtual background, because it's kind of like going in and out on me, and I can't put my green screen behind me because I got boxes behind me. So it's just all, so just make sure you guys are just focus on on the slide or whatever else. But that's why I want you guys to really focus on personal branding. Like guys, when I'm talking about stuff, it's from a different place. And one of the people who called me was like, hey, I'm following the training, but I'm trying to figure out how to apply this to Legal Shield. Because like, I've been following your stuff and it's been helping me, but like, I don't know what to do with this brand and stuff. Like, I don't know whether you're just doing this as an entrepreneur or whether you think this is going to help us with Legal Shield stuff. I said, everything that I'm ever training is always helping the people who get on. Personal branding has all to do with everything you're in. I don't care what it is. Like, you should have a personal brand. You should be branded at your job, guys. You should be branded at your job. Like what do people go to you for at your job? Because if you're not important at your job somewhere, then you're expendable. That's what that means. Because when they're going to cut people, they're going to say, oh, you know what? Well, we can cut Willie Tolbert because really he just kind of does that position. Like, we can get anybody to do that. As a matter of fact, we can get somebody else that's already working here to do that and just let him go and just let them do both of those things. So you've got to figure out a way to stand out in this world, because if you don't, you're expendable. Like, nobody fights for a person that doesn't have a purpose, guys. Nobody cares whether you're around when you're not good at anything or good for anything. And some of you guys are great at things, but you won't brand yourself that way because it's almost like you think you're disrespecting You're disrespecting the bigger outfit when you're doing that. Again, if the people you're around, if the job you work for doesn't respect you branding yourself, then guess what? You probably should not be a part of that outfit. So when I got that call that said, hey, you're training for Legal Shield, but you're training outside of Legal Shield. Like, why are you training things that don't have to do with Legal Shield? I said, because I'm not just a Legal Shield trainer. I was a trainer before I was training for Legal Shield. They made me a trainer because I already trained. Legal Shield didn't make me a trainer. I was training before Legal Shield. You guys follow that? So what qualified me to train for Legal Shield was that I was a trainer. So I'm not a Legal Shield trainer. I'm a trainer. I just happen to train for Legal Shield as well, which I enjoy doing, right? So it's one of those things that you gotta mentally and physically correct people when they do that to you. Right? Are you an accountant, or what other value do you bring to the table? Right? That's why I love seeing profiles. When I see women write a profile and they put on their profile a mother, a wife, an accountant, an entrepreneur. I love when I see that. An author. You know why? Because don't hold yourself to that. Don't allow somebody to say, oh, you're an accountant. You're an accountant, but you got kids that are 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. Guys, you know how difficult it is to raise children? To raise good children. I mean, you can have horrible, bad children that you didn't do anything for and say you raise children. But I'm saying if you got good kids that are going to college and have a successful life and they're now married and got a good job and got a great household going, like that is a full-time job. So when a woman says that she's a mother and she also runs a business or has a full-time job, that's like, don't leave that out. Don't leave that out. That's personal branding. As a matter of fact, there's some men that's looking for that branding. Like it's some men that are looking for a wife. They're looking for right a wife that's gonna be good at being a mother too. So don't leave that qualification out, if that makes sense. So I just want you guys to kind of look at that more serious and say, like, who am I? Look in the mirror and say, who am I? Like who? Like when I walk into a place. And you guys have heard me train on this live, meaning physically in person, doing CDLP certification trainings, on different. I've done it at corporate trainings on stage. Like I do not walk in accounts with Legal Shield stuff on, not because there's something wrong with doing that. If you do that right now, that's totally fine. I'm not telling you to stop doing it. I'm telling you why I don't do it. I only walk into Legal Shield. Only time I wear Legal Shield gear is when I'm in an account that already belongs to me. Because when I'm going to do open enrollment and there's 20 other vendors there, I want them to know what to come talk to me about. Or I'm looking for Legal Shield. Okay, that's the Legal Shield guy. Or I have Legal Shield, but I have questions about something. That's the Legal Shield guy. I'm fine with that. When I'm walking into an account to prospect them, I don't wear Legal Shield stuff because I'm Robert Dunbar. I'm not Legal Shield. I'm Robert Dunbar coming to offer you Legal Shield. When I talk to an insurance agent, I never mention Legal Shield. I tell them that I own a benefits company, which I do. I own two, Oceanside Benefits and Living Legacy Benefits. Now, Living Legacy Benefits I only use for like Will Workshops and stuff. Technically speaking, when I'm doing my regular benefits, it's Oceanside Benefits Group. So when I'm talking to an insurance agent, what I'm saying to that insurance agent is, hey, Jerry, I have a benefits company, which is Oceanside Benefits Group. And I offer a legal and identity theft product. Get this, guys. I still don't say Legal Shield. I still don't say Legal Shield until they ask that question. I don't hide Legal Shield, but I want them to know who I am first. Because I don't want, before they know who I am, to say, because people are quick to write something off that they heard before. Not because they understand it, but because they heard it before. Right? So I may not really know Joanne Weems, but I've seen her name. And this is how our brain works, right? So almost every week, I see Joanne Weems' name on this, on a list as a person that's on the training. And you know what'll happen? Somebody will call me and say, hey, do you know Joanne Weems? I say, yeah, I know who that is. I don't know Joanne. I really don't know her. But I'm going to say I know her because her name is popping up on a Zoom every week. So now that's what we do. We microwave everything in our brain. So we microwave things, and it's like, oh, okay, no, I know who Joanne is because that's what we do as a sense of convenience. We just act like we know people because we know of them. There are people right now on this Zoom that will say, of course I know Darnell Self, and probably have never shook his hand. They've seen him on stage. They've seen him walk by at a convention. They know who he is because he's in Legal Shield, but they don't really know Darnell Self. There are people that say, oh, I know who Tracy Self is, that have never met Tracy Self. But they say that they know him, know the person, because what? They're in that same space, or they know who they are, or they know who you're talking about. You see what I mean? So this is what people do. So I want you guys to understand that when you're out and about, when you're dealing with people, when you're doing things, you want to stand out as you. You want to stand out as you. You want people to know who you are as an individual, so that they give you a chance as opposed to giving your product or service a chance. So when I'm talking to that insurance agent, right, I'm not going to say Legal Shield until I need to say Legal Shield. What I want to do first is secure where my prospect is at. Hey, do you offer any legal and identity theft products? Yeah, well, I do with my benefits company. It seems like it works pretty well for me. I've got companies that ask for those products, so I started offering them myself. Still don't say Legal Shield. Oh, really? So how do you do that? Well, I just work with a company that offers them. So I just started offering a product. I just filled out some paperwork, and now I offer legal and identity product. I offer something called ID Shield and something called Legal Shield. Are you familiar with the product? Oh yeah, I heard Legal Shield before. Yeah, I've heard about that years ago, man. As a matter of fact, it used to be prepaid legal. Yeah, absolutely. So as an insurance agent, all you gotta do is fill out some paperwork, and you can actually offer that product. Didn't say anything to them about joining Legal Shield. I didn't say anything to them about being a part of Legal Shield. I tell them that they can fill out some paperwork and they can offer those products. Why? Because that insurance agent has branded themselves as an independent insurance agent, and they don't want to be a part of your thing, your deal, your team, or Legal Shield, because they have their own brand. You got to understand branding. That's why it's important. Because there's so many people, like I know personal trainers that I work with, that as soon as you say, so how long you been doing personal training? I've been with LA Fitness for 5 years. I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you who you've been what bigger company you work with. I asked you how long you've been a personal trainer. That was a question I asked you about yourself. Why are you telling me about LA Fitness? And I asked you, how long have you been doing real estate? Why are you telling me I've been a part of Watson for 10 years? You're trying to use the bigger outfit's name to make yourself look good instead of you branding yourself and making yourself look good so that you can get customers based on who you are. And as you build a business, if you're truly an entrepreneur, you will find out later on when you're an entrepreneur that you've got to build your own brand if you want to get paid without somebody else being able to clip that wire. Right? Without being able to clip that wire. So let me give you an example. And I will hope that this would never happen, guys. But again, I have to give the example because I have to be realistic about it. What if tomorrow you guys got an email that said Legal Shield was going away? Don't matter. Maybe they got sued by somebody and this lawsuit was that big that they had to go away. Maybe there was a hurricane or a tornado or some natural disaster that happened and the company, like the home office, got messed up or whatever. And God forbid that happens, guys. But I'm just giving you that example. I own a benefits company. Guess what? I can sell another legal product and another identity theft product, and I can continue moving forward. So my customers who have that product, I can say, hey, look, yeah, I understand what happened, but I actually offer LifeLock now because ID Shield went away, or I now offer ARAG now, or Hyatt Legal because Legal Shield went away for whatever reason, and then now I can offer another legal and identity theft product through my brand because I branded myself. If I am Legal Shield and Legal Shield goes away, who am I now? That's what you have to ask yourself. Now, that probably won't happen. but I'm giving you that example. If I was talking to a fitness trainer, well, we all know that, as a matter of fact, right now, LA Fitness is asking for money from the government to keep some of their locations open because they took such a bad hit when Corona hit. So what happens to the personal trainer? And I know some personally. I go to LA Fitness. Right now, me and a guy was counting yesterday. I was at the gym yesterday. Me and a guy that goes to the gym, we're talking about yesterday. The LA Fitness that I go to, there are literally 9 personal trainers that are no longer there. They either got let go or they left because they were shut down so long that they had to go find something else to do. One of the girls that I know that was a fitness trainer, and she was a really good fitness trainer. She's probably about 25 years old. She's now a bartender somewhere. She went from being a personal trainer to being a bartender. Why? Because she doesn't have any personal business. All her business was coming through LA Fitness. She used their brand, and then when their brand had an issue, now she don't have any customers. Because she did not create a brand for herself online and say, yes, I'm a personal trainer. I've been trained through ISSA or whatever other personal training company. She could have went through and got branded. And she could have made videos on YouTube. She could have made videos on TikTok. She could have marketed herself as a personal trainer. And then when this all went down and LA Fitness shut down, she could have went full force online and said, hey, look, guys, I'm looking for clients. I know you guys are staying home. Let me make videos that you can do from home. And guess what? You can actually pay me. Now that LA Fitness is closed, you can actually, instead of paying $37 a month, you can pay me $10 a month, and I'll do online training every day, Zumba, whatever else. You guys follow what I'm saying? That simple. She could have changed her business around and went from being an employee at LA Fitness to running her own company and came out of Corona as a self-employed person if she had branded herself. But now what is she doing? She's working under somebody else's outfit. Now she's a bartender. Right? And there's nothing wrong with being a bartender. So if you're a bartender, guys, I'm not shooting down bartenders. What I'm saying is, obviously her passion is personal training, not being a bartender, or she wouldn't be a bartender. I mean, she wouldn't be a certified personal trainer. And because she didn't brand herself, when her bigger outfit ran into an issue, she ran into an issue. So women, right? Some of y'all know these 2 examples. The woman that's in a marriage that has not kept her individuality. She is now not doing anything for herself anymore. She's not going to school. She's not focusing on anything I do with herself. Everything she's doing is now just about her husband and the kids, right? And then you've got the woman who's independent, who she's married, but she's either running a business or she's got a great position at the job she works for, and she still has girl nights out, and she still goes out of town with her girlfriends, and she still has these things that she do. She spends time with her sisters, and she helps plan the family reunion. You guys follow me? Those 2 different women go through a divorce. One woman has something to keep her sanity because she has her own identity. The other woman, she don't even know what to do with herself. Because everything about her was caught up in that she had no individuality, no more personality, no nothing. And now when that guy left or she had to leave him, her whole world is upside down. Now she's chasing the courts to try to get half of his stuff because she don't have any identity. Where the independent woman is saying, you know what, I don't need half your stuff. Like, I got my own stuff going on. Like, let's go ahead and get through this divorce. You move on, I'll move on. We'll work out things with the kids. We'll work out the thing with the assets we got together. And guess what? She has something to occupy her time because she didn't let her life go. You guys follow that? Because, right, that is part of branding, but nobody ever looks at it in depth that way. She kept her brand when she got married, right? So I was dating this girl for a long time. We dated for like 7 years. And she has 2 sisters. And both of her sisters took their husband's last name. And the girl that I was dating, whenever we all got together on like a family deal, the husbands of the 2 sisters would always make fun of me because we had discussed her keeping her last name and hyphenating it with mine, right? And the running joke was, Oh man, you need to make her take your name and not try to keep her own last name. And my thing was back to them, why are you trying to take her identity? You that insecure? Like, I don't need you to take my name and I don't need you to just take my name. You can hyphenate it. You got your own family legacy. How do you marry me and just forget about? So all of your upbringing, your mother and father give you their last name, all of those different things happening. Like, you don't throw that away, especially if it's a cultural person that they may be Spanish or Jamaican or whatever, and their last name reflects their background. You see what I mean? If you're marrying a person that's from another country or from another culture and their last name reflects that, how dare you ask them to let that go and take your last name? That's part of their culture. So I'm like, no, hyphenate your last name, because I don't want you to lose who you are because you marrying me. You don't throw your history away. And now people don't even know who you are because your last name changed. So when they hear you say your first name and my last name, you a brand new person now. You guys follow that? Guys, branding is so important. Like, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. So this goes so much deeper than business. So that's why I stuck to this, because people don't understand the reason why I train on this is what being an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur's ties cannot be cut by the bigger outfit. So everything I do, right? That's why I self-published. That's why I created Dunbar Publishing. I don't want no publishing company to hold me hostage. Everything I do is about being independent, not independent where I'm not willing to work with people, but where I do not put myself in a position for somebody to pick up the phone and say, you know what, you did something I didn't like. So now the income stops. You guys follow that? And you can't be in that position. This is why personal branding is important, because I don't want to walk into a company that's got 70 employees and don't get the deal because Barbara Smith, Daryl Stanley, Carmen Guzman, or any of those people went there 3 months before me and messed it up. Because what does that mean? That means that I just lost a 70-person deal because of somebody else's reputation. Which means that I let somebody else's, right, brand cut my income. If I go in there and say who I am and make you trust me, and then you tell me your issues, now I can tell you how I can fix those issues, because guess what? You now trust that I can do that. And I'm saying, hey, look, I work with Legal Shield. They have issues. I've had issues with them, but I've still been using the membership for 13 years. Let me tell you how I can help you get past that. Right? You've got to be able to say that. But you can't say that if you go in there and you are that person, right? You can't. You can't cut the deal if you're part of the deal. That's what good cop, bad cop is, right? They trying to hurt you. I'm trying to help you. Look, that guy, that's what he does, man. He gonna throw the book at you. But me, I'm a generous guy. Look, let's work this out. Tell me what you know. Let me see if I can get you a better deal. Because like I don't want to see you get buried. I want you to see if you can help yourself here, right? Good cop, bad cop. So you got to understand that you got to brand yourself some type of way so that people can look at you and say, okay, right? Who is your rep? Right? Are people saying, oh, so I've got Legal Shield. I work with so-and-so. Are your customers calling you when they have an issue, or are they calling customer service for Legal Shield? If they're not calling, if your customer's not calling you, my truck drivers call me, and it's aggravating sometimes, guys. I'm just telling you, it is. Sometimes it's frustrating because I'm busy, I don't have time. But guess what? Anything I'm doing, it's going to be points of it that's going to be frustrating. But get this, the fact that they're calling me means that they're trusting me to help them with their situation. And sometimes I have to say, well, you need to call the attorney because that's really more legal. Like I'm more here for customer service. You know what I mean? My truck drivers call me when they get pulled over. I mean, like while the officer is writing the ticket, they're calling me from the vehicle. Hey, I just got pulled over. Like, what should I do? I'm like, oh, you got the app on your phone? Oh, no, I still don't put the app on the phone. Okay, well, don't worry about it. We'll do that at another time. Here's the phone number. Go ahead and write this down. When that officer walks away and he's finished, go ahead and call the law firm and let them know you're going to send a ticket. If you can't send a ticket, send it to me or send it to your safety manager, and we'll get it to the law firm for you. Is that okay? Why are they calling me? Because they trust me. They feel like they can have a conversation with me about all of this. That's why. So are you branding yourself, right? So don't mistake this personal branding training on being how you carrying yourself on social media. That's a really small part of it, guys. Men that are on this Zoom right now, men, are your sons coming to you with issues, or are they going to the drug dealer on the corner? Or are they going to their friend's father who listens to them? You guys follow that? How are you branded? Are you branded as a person that whenever somebody comes to you with a problem, you go off and nobody wants to come to you? Nobody wants to come talk to you because you overreact every time somebody comes to you. So your kids are talking to their friends' parents. They're talking to their aunts and uncles because they can't even talk to you because every time they say something to you, you go off. How are you branding yourself? God, branding goes way, way deeper than being an entrepreneur. Way deeper than that. So know exactly what branding is and look at that every time you're carrying yourself. When you get on social media, for all of those that's doing all this political conversations, all this kind of stuff. Look, guys, I don't care who you vote for. You voting for your household, not mine. So whether you voting for Biden or Trump, it better be based on what's happening in your household. And what's happening in your household ain't my business. So if you telling me I'm voting for Trump because I don't like Obamacare because it's put me in a bad position, then that's your business. You vote for what you need to vote for so your family has what it needs, right? Why am I saying that? Stop putting that stuff on Facebook, because all you're doing is you're adding that to your brand and you're making people not like you because of what you believe in, right? I can say that I believe in God and I'm a Christian. That don't mean I gotta be putting God pictures all over my Instagram and my Facebook all day long. I don't need to do that to be that. I tell people all the time, I'm a Christian. I tell people all the time, I believe in God. Like, I don't hide that, but I'm not promoting that on my page because that's not what my page is for. Gotta brand yourself. And whenever you start talking about religion and politics, you just lost half of your audience because half of your audience don't believe in what you believe in. So keep off those third world conversations because you don't want to be doing that when you're on social media. Brand yourself as being an entrepreneur that can help people build their business. That's how you should be branding yourself. And guess what? Trump and Biden and Pence and Kamala Harris, they don't have anything to do with that. Even when it's on your personal page. They say, well, I got a personal page and a business page. Let me tell you something. Don't fool yourself with that nonsense. Because your personal page, people still go to it. And guess what? If I don't like what you believe in and you have a business page and I go to your personal page and see, you think I'm going to say, oh, you know what? I don't really like what Carmen believes in, but since it's on her personal page, I'm going to still do business with her. They're not going to say that. If they don't like you, they don't like you. They don't care what page is on. So whoever started this, oh, keep your personal stuff on your personal page and your business stuff on your business page, like people ain't looking at both. What are you talking about? Right? You guys think if I get arrested for murder, that my Legal Shield customer is gonna say, well, you know, he got arrested for murder, but that's on his personal page. It's not on his Legal Shield page. So I'm gonna keep the membership through. I'm gonna still call the guy, even though he's a killer, because you know, that ain't on his business page. Right? Does that make sense? That's ridiculous, right? That doesn't, guys, you are who you are. That's right, Barbara. People do business with who they know, like, and trust. And they don't trust you if you're a killer. It doesn't matter what page it show up on. So just keep those things in mind as you guys are branding, that this is why branding is important. Because you don't want your income to stop when your bigger outfit decides they're going to stop it, or some disaster that you have nothing to do with is stopping it. You guys follow that? So I'm trying to follow like more workshop stuff where you guys have material. So guys, y'all can buy into these books if y'all want to. If y'all don't want to, guys, like this, don't worry about that. Like, this is not no, y'all that know me, y'all know I'm not into the whole, this ain't about selling you guys up a river. This is about telling you guys, look, these books that I'm going over, that I'm training on and having on these pages, I'm giving you guys discounts on these books. Like, so if you go through my stuff where you see the payhip.com, you do it through there and you use that discount code, you're going to get the book half off, as opposed to you just buying the book. If you don't want the book, then don't buy it. Like, don't get it. Like, just sit on the training, take your notes, and let that be your deal. Right? These are recorded. They're on YouTube. You can watch it 30 times if you want to and take as many notes as you want to and not have the book. That's totally fine. But for the ones, like, I like tangible stuff. And for the ones that want the information that is in the book that we went over last week, that we're going to go over a little bit of this week, the book has all the information in it. I'm getting it from the book, and I'm going to go to the book so you guys will see what I'm talking about. But just so you guys know, like these books, like, they're being sold at a way less cost than what they're worth. Like, even the $9.98, and then I'm saying y'all guys getting it for 50% off. This is a $20 book, guys. It's a $20 book all day long. And it comes with other things. It comes with it comes with a cheat sheet, it comes with a resource guide, and it comes with a mind map. And for those that don't know what a mind map is for those that are visual like me, they're saying, I don't understand all these principles. I wrote this stuff down. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. It's set up with circles and lines where you're looking at a map and it's saying, this is what you need to be doing to brand yourself. So you get all of those things with the book, and you're paying $5 for the doggone book. And when you go in there and you do it, you can download it as soon as you buy it. So when you buy it, it's going to say, go ahead and download it. You download it on your computer and you're gone with the book. So anybody that wants the book, just go to that payhip.com link that you see right there, and you can get it. If you can't get that link, as a matter of fact, you know what? I will put the link before we close out here. Let me see what that says. The personal code we got from your last book to offer to others, is it still valid? Yes. Any codes that I give you guys, I have them for infinity. Like, I don't really, like, any codes I create, like, I don't do, like, I don't do the, if you get this now, this is your offer. No, I don't. If I create it, it's there. So, like, this 50% off on this book, like, that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be until this training is over with or until next week. That's what it's going to be, because it's not a money thing. It's a get the information in your hand kind of deal. So the book being 50% off, you're going to always be able to use that TBD network. And if it doesn't work one day, just text me, because it might just be a glitch. So the other code that you guys have, if you try to use any code that I gave you guys and it's not working, just text me and let me know, because it may be a glitch in the system where I can go in there and just fix it and you guys could get it. Don't ever, like, just pay full price for something and be like, oh, it's not working, because I don't stop my codes from working. I keep them up there, because this is not a money making thing for me. This is more of an informative thing for people. So that's what it is. So the what and why of personal branding, well, we kind of spent some time talking about that, the what and why, right? What do you have to offer? Are you authentic and transparent and growing your personal brand? Those are all things that we're talking about. To the email, it reduces error in copying the URL. You know what? You are correct. And if you guys give me a second here, I'll promise you guys, I will put that link inside of this chat before we close out, so that you guys will have that link. And also, for those that are on the Facebook page, you can go there. And I don't think I've emailed. I may have emailed this link to you guys, but I'm not 100% sure. I sent so many emails out, guys. I don't even know. I send emails for Legal Shield. I send emails for myself. When I tell you, when I send so many emails out, people email me back asking me about the email I sent out. I don't be knowing what email they're talking about, because so many emails go out from my system. I use a Legal Shield system, and I have a MailChimp system that I have on my own. So all of those things kind of go out. So you guys should have gotten the, okay, so Willie Tober said he got the email. You should got an email about personal branding. And in that email, the link is in there as well. But again, I know sometimes y'all don't get them. They go to spam. I know all of that stuff. So I will put that link in there for you guys, so that you guys will have it. All right, so let me stop this share and pull up a different share. Let me do this real quickly now while I got this pulled down. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this link, this personal branding link real quick. And if the screen is black, don't worry about it. I don't know what y'all can see right now, but just bear with me. All right, here we go. All right, share. So I am going to drop the link in here. And also, again, guys, yes, this is the ebook, Joanne. This is the ebook. And I want you guys also to, I have an audio that dropped yesterday. And the audio, guys, it's free. I'm giving it to people. Like I'm not charging anybody anything for it. So I'm gonna put that link here for that audio and the code here for that as well, because it's an audio on affirmations. It talks about dating affirmations, work affirmations, affirmations to make you like a stronger person. It's an affirmation audio, guys, and the affirmation audio. I'm going to share that link with you guys as well. And all right. So this is the affirmation audio. And the password to get it for free is I love free. So make sure that you go down to the discount code and you put in there I love free, and it'll take the price of the audio from $9.98 or $9.99 or whatever it is to zero. So you won't pay nothing for it. And you can download it, and it's I believe it's six different audios that you'll download, and each audio has got a different kind of talking about a different type of affirmation. So just make sure you guys, get those and utilize those things. And I'm going to also be putting it on my website, so you guys be able to go to my website and get it too. But I got to send that stuff over to them for them to put it on there. So just you got to bear with me on that one. So let's look at something real quick. Let's look at the and just so you know what y'all looking at right now, this is part of the personal branding ebook. So the personal branding ebook is actually 50 pages. The ebook is 50 pages. And this is what we're looking at right now, that book, that same book that I'm telling you can get for $4.99. So I'm using the book as we're talking about some of these different things. So what we're going to be talking about here is what do you have to offer, right? What do you have to offer? So based on your purpose and your audience, what can you do for them? Why is it better than everything else on the market? Are you making their life easier, solving a problem that they have, right? And I'm gonna use some of these for example. So let's take because I'm looking at the chat, I'm looking at the participants. Most of you guys on this line right now, if not all of you all, are Legal Shield people. So let's use that for an example. Making their life easier. So how is the product making their life easier? Well, guess what? You could use the will aspect of it. Hey, look, guys, it's COVID right now. People are dying at every age. And there are people who are literally going to the hospital with symptoms and then being kept and then told that their family can't even visit them in the hospital because of COVID. They don't have any end of life documents done. They don't have a healthcare power of attorney. They don't have anything done, and now they can't do it. Right? We can make their life easier with this product. Legal Shield clearly makes their life easier. Solving a problem that they have, of course you solve a problem that they have. Because if a legal problem comes up, they have an attorney. If consultation or advice comes up and it's of a legal matter, you're solving a problem that they have. Solving a problem that they do not have, solving a problem that they do not know that they have. Most people sweep legal problems under the rug because they want to tell themselves that it's not really a legal problem. Some people don't understand that they have an issue. Some people have bad credit and they don't think that that's a legal problem. That is a legal problem. Because when you call a credit repair service, those are attorneys writing those letters. Yes or yes? Solving a problem that they don't even know they have. Hey, do you know that your interest rates will be lower on things? Do you know that you can save more money, that you can have less of a down payment on your house when you go to buy a house if your credit score is better? Why not have a product like ours where if you pull your credit report and there's things on there, ship me on there, you can have the attorney write a letter for you based on what's on your credit report as opposed to you calling the credit repair service. Make their life more interesting or entertaining. Does your product do that? Now, the membership doesn't, but the recruiting side does. How does it make their life more interesting and entertaining? Well, it could be a woman that you're talking to and you putting her in the Ladies of Justice. It could be a man or a woman that you're talking to and you're talking to them about all of the different things that we do when we go out to conventions and how we meet all these great people, and you're in a company of successful people that can help them build their business, right? Making their life more interesting. Taking a person who normally stays home and just kind of been a stay-home mom or whatever, and now their kids are in college and she's like, you know what? I want to do something with myself. Making their life more interesting. Hey, look, I'm part of this company. We work from home. We do these different cheese and wine events, and we do this and we do that, making their life interesting or entertaining, right? Helping them, membership or opportunity, you can be helping them. Teaching them something. All the education and training in Legal Shield, you're starting off with Fast Start training. So guys, what do you have to offer? Are you branding yourself that way? Are you branding yourself that way? So let me tell you the two different ways. So I'm talking to Carmen Guzman. I just recruited her. And Carmen, I'm picking with you so much because I see a picture up there. So I'm talking to Carmen Guzman, right? I'm having a conversation with her because I'm recruiting her. And in the process of me recruiting her and dealing with her, I can say, hey, look, I'm gonna have you scheduled for Fast Start training. Okay. I'm gonna have you scheduled for Fast Start training. Mm-hmm. Legal Shield does a Fast Start training. That's it. Now, how does it sound when I say this? Hey, Ms. Guzman, look, I need you to clear your schedule for a few hours. You let me know what days you have available. I want to go online and pull up a training. I've got some business partner that's just really great training, and it's called a Fast Start training, and other associates in the company take care of that training. And I've got some people that I'm gonna look at when they're doing theirs, because I want you to meet that person, because I personally know that trainer trains good. So I want to get you in front of that trainer. So I've got a good business partner named Eddie Bales. Him and his wife live in South Carolina. I know they do a training probably twice a week. So I would rather you take his training because I've taken it several times. So I normally like to have my new business partners take his training. What's your availability look like? Which one of those sound more attractive? Them taking their Legal Shield training, or them taking a training by somebody that you're hyping up because you like the way that that trainer trains? Branding, guys. It's all training. It's all the same training, but it's done by a different trainer, right? You always promote the speaker, not the event, right? So when Eric Thomas was coming before COVID came, and I was getting my team to go to the convention, as much as I know they needed to hear the 10 core commitments and all of the testimonies and success stories from all of our fantastic associates and Legal Shield guys, let me tell you something. Y'all know what I was pitching, right? You know who Eric Thomas is, the hip hop preacher? Let me see you some of his videos on YouTube. This guy's got a huge following. Look at his story. The guy went from not being able to read when he got married to having a master's degree, a doctorate degree. Look, you gotta see this guy's story. That's who's coming to our conference, and it's all paid for when you get to. And me, I paid for my associates tickets, especially my new ones. Now I'm not telling you to do that. This is what I do. So now I'm getting them in front of ET. If they wanted to get in front of ET on their own, it would cost them $5,000 or $10,000. I'm getting them in front of ET at no cost other than them paying the bit of go to the event, the expenses and all that other kind of stuff. ET's coming to our convention and I want you to be there so you can hear from ET. Well, what are they going to hear also? They're going to also hear from Brian Carruthers. Right? They're going to also hear from Melissa Wilder. They're going to also hear from Jeff Bell. They're going to hear all the Legal Shield stuff that I want them to hear. But I'm inviting them based on ET because of what? Branding, guys. This is why branding is important. I'm not talking about it because I don't have nothing else to talk about. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. That's why I'm a trainer, because I talk too much. So I'm never, ever, ever out of things to train about. This is important because you got to understand the network marketing, that promotion is key, and that you have to understand and brand yourself, because there's a gazillion network marketers out there trying to recruit people. So you got to keep those things in mind, right? So your purpose, your audience, and your offer combined together make up your personal branding, right? Your purpose. Why are you a part of Legal Shield? Your audience. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to ladies of justice? Are you talking to benefits? People that are looking to get benefits? Are you talking to millennials? Who are you talking to? Who is your audience? Your purpose, your audience, and your offer combined together make your personal branding. You see what I mean? I'm talking to millennials because when I was at the millennial age, my parents didn't have a lot of money. So when I was in college, I was kind of working a part-time job while I was in school because my parents could afford to send me to school, but they couldn't afford to give me money. So I see so much value in talking to millennials so that they can earn their own money. That's my story. That's my audience. And a product is them joining Legal Shield to make their own money. That's my personal branding, guys. That's not really mine, but Nick Odom's, so many other people, right? Nathan Bourne, that was his story. For those who remember Nathan Bourne. So, you know what I mean? So just keep in mind, these things make your story what it is. The way you present and market yourself needs to reflect all three of these elements in order to make a positive impression on your consumers. When people call me to field train, they're calling me because of who I am. They don't pick up the phone, but like, I'm gonna call Dunbar here field train. Whenever somebody calls me to field train, it's always about something specific that they know that I do. Why? Because I always brand myself. So they'll always call and say, hey, Dunbar, I'm giving you a call to help me with this deal, because of not, hey, I got this group, can you help me? They never call me and say that to me. They only call me when it's something that they think that I do particularly better than other people. And why is that important to me? Because guess what? You only need to have a niche to get rich. Does that make sense? And I know some people say niche, but I needed to say niche because it matches with rich, right? So you only need to have a niche to get rich. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to do everything, guys. Find you a niche that you want to do, and boom, there you go. I see that Nancy Wolf, good stuff. The go-to recruiting. Yeah, Eric Worre, Les Brown, Grant Cardone, good stuff. Whenever you can get in front of those guys for free, take advantage of it, guys. So once you have clearly defined all three of these, it's worth writing it all down somewhere. These make up the vision for your brand. You should check back in these mission statements as your branding strategies progress to ensure that you are on the correct track. You should be able to break them down to a few sentences, and it's recommended that you put them somewhere so that you can refer back and be inspired by your personal branding, guys. You gotta build your own personal branding, even when you're part of a bigger outfit. Yes or yes? So are you authentic or transparent? So authenticity, right? So your personal brand needs to come across as authentic. With the rise of Photoshop, influencer culture, consumers are able to tell when someone is showing a fake life, and they will tune out, guys. You gotta be transparent. That means women, you don't have to be made up every time you get on Facebook. You don't have to have makeup on. Sometimes your hair can be in a ponytail, and you can have on a t-shirt and some jeans and just shoot a video of you going to the grocery store, guys. Because guess what? People put their hair in a ponytail, put on jeans and t-shirt, and they go to the grocery store. That's reality. That's what people do. And it's interesting because I was talking to a friend of mine, me and a guy was having a conversation. And actually it was me, him, and a woman. It was two guys and a lady. We were having a conversation the other day. And a girl was talking about how guys have these nice cars and how, you know, it was like, oh, you know, you dating guys, you gotta be careful because, you know, they get on Facebook and then you meet them and they drive a nice car and whatever, and they'll still be broke and whatever. And like, look, I know what she's talking about 100%. I'm a guy, so I know guys who do that, right? And you know, in the words of Tony Petrell, you know, look good, smell good, broke, right? And what was interesting is, me and the guy started laughing, and we were like, let me tell you something though. In this age nowadays, because of social media and because you can't just go buy a size 32 anymore, like even guys can't. Like when we go to the clothing store, it used to be like, we used to laugh at y'all, like y'all got all these different kinds of 32s and you gotta pick which ones you're gonna wear. Now they've done that to men. I can't go to the store now and go buy a 32. I gotta try them on because it could be a 32 something else, a 32 slim, extra wide, boot cut and all those other kinds. So I'm like, what happened to just wearing a 32? If I waste a 32, why can't I just buy a 32? I might not be able to fit a 32. In some brands. You guys follow that? So they make all these cuts to make you look how you want to look. So we were talking back to the young lady. We were like, well, look, between filters on Instagram and the clothes that some of these women wear to make themselves look like they don't, and look, we all adults on here. But some of these women, they take their clothes off and they don't look nothing like they doing them clothes, right? And I hope y'all okay with that because we all grown, right? So everybody throwing head fakes, guys. It ain't just men and money. It's women and how they look. It's like everybody is trying to be something that they're not. And it's okay if you're really trying to be that. It's okay to put on jeans that make your figure look a little bit different if you're actually in the gym working on your figure. It's okay to not look broke if you're really working on not being broke. But if you're broke and you ain't even trying to fix that, quit fooling people into thinking that you're not broke. Don't be trying to fool no girl, because when she actually get involved with you, she gonna know you broke. So if you ain't really working on a game plan, then just if you broke and you okay with that, then act broke. You got to be authentic, especially when you're building a brand. Especially when you're building a brand, you have to be authentic, because if you're authentic and people can trust you, then when something comes out that's not true, people either know it's not true, or when you say it's not true, they trust it because they know that you're trustworthy. So it says a brand does not mean a persona. Rather, branding is a strategic showing of who you are. Your brand is who you are. It don't mean act like something you're not. It means be who you are. Given how invasive and intertwined social media is with our lives, and how easy it is to create a false impression, audiences want to follow someone who is real and true to who they are. Now, like I said about the women, about how you get made up and all that kind of stuff, right? Look, guys, I'm not saying don't put makeup on when you get online. I'm not saying you can't use a filter. I'm saying don't do that every time, because you don't always look like that. Like me particularly, if I'm dating a woman, I want to know how you look when you wake up. I want to see you at your worst, so I know I'm good. I don't want to see you at your best, because everybody's best is going to be good. If I'm gonna be with you and spend time with you, and it's gonna be some long-term relationship that's gonna end in a marriage, I want to know how you are at your worst, so I know the worst case scenario when I'm dealing with. I won't wake up next to you so I can be like, okay, I know how she look when she wake up. You see what I mean? That's what it is. So sometimes you get on social media, like I said, tie that hair in a ponytail. You ain't gotta put makeup on. Yeah, wash your face, brush your teeth. But I'm saying you don't gotta put all of this stuff on. Just be who you are. The same way you are, right? How many of you guys see actors on TV and then they show like the National Enquirer or some magazine takes a picture? They be in the grocery store, you can't even tell who they are. Like they gotta actually tell you that that's that person, because they wear so much makeup on TV that when you see them with a hat on, they don't even look like the same person. Some of these supermodels, the girl next door look better than they do if they take all their makeup off. If the girl next door take her makeup off and the supermodel take their makeup off, the girl next door look better. Some of y'all men chasing the superstar on TV, and the girl live next door, you look better than she do. You see what I mean? So it's like, God, we we got to be authentic because people want to know that you are as screwed up as they are. Your following wants to know that. Your following don't want to follow God. They got a God already, guys. They looking for a person with human error to follow because they got a religion. You're not their religion. You guys follow that? So to achieve this, you should share parts of your story and be real with your audience. Sharing past experience and future goals is a method that can be used to connect with your future consumer base. It should be done with caution. There is such a thing as oversharing. All right? So some people share too much. If you and your spouse are having fights and arguments, like, don't put that on Facebook. Don't air your spouse out on Facebook, because that's private. Don't get on it, and don't even side do it, because I know some of y'all won't come out and say it, but y'all try to act like somebody else dealing with something that you dealing with. Like, we grown guys, we know you talking about you when you do that. Don't air that stuff on social media, because that's oversharing. And that creates an issue where I don't know whether I can trust you, because if you're going to put your spouse's information on Facebook, what you'll do with mine? This is why if you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, you see I'm saying, hey, recovery day this, recovery day that, where I'm getting through this issue with my leg. Because I train people physically, and I train people with, you know, my personal development and mindset training and all those different things, my coaching packages, right? And I'm an everyday person, right? I got chased by a dog running, and I injured my leg escaping the dog bite. That's reality. I put it on Facebook because guess what? People get chased by dogs every day. Like, people want to know that you're dealing with the kind of stuff that they're dealing with. People want to know that you get up in the morning and you jog and you got chased by a dog. That's not oversharing. That's me saying, hey, look, I'm just like y'all. And I'm not going to be telling people, training people, oh, yeah, you got to be strong. You got to get through this, get through that. Well, guess what? Now my public and the people who follow me and the people who I'm friends with are watching me go through something that I'm dealing with in life. Because it's real easy to tell everybody how they should be dealing with life. And, hey, you know, we quote all of this Jim Rohn stuff. And, oh, you know, the same, how you set your cell, and everybody deal with the same stuff. That sounds really good till it happened to you. You telling people how they should deal with life when the issues come their way. But when something comes your way, you disappear off Facebook. Oh, I was sick, so I've been on Facebook for 2 weeks. Wait a minute now. Ain't you Mr. or Mrs. Confident and secure? And, hey, you know, you should always, when things happen, you don't let it disrupt your life, but you disappear on Facebook for 2 weeks when you get sick. So you can't be publicly on when you're not feeling well, right? You went to the softball game and got a black eye, and now you ain't on Facebook no more because you got a black eye and you worry about how you look. Guess what? Everybody get black eyes before. When I had surgery a year and a half ago, I had a black eye. I was still on Facebook with my black eye. Now, some of y'all might not remember that, but I was. I went and did a physical CDLP training with a black eye, guys, because guess what? That's life. So whether I had gotten that through surgery or somebody had to punch me in my eye, if I had an appointment to go do a training, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to disappear and then get on Facebook when everything's fine and say, oh, yeah, when stuff happens to you, you got to deal with it. Unless you me. When it's me, I'm gonna hide when I'm dealing with something. So, right, audiences do not naturally believe what they see or what is presented to them. They read reviews. They look for multiple sources, and they usually do not take things at face value. Having a strong personal brand is key in narrowing that divide. If people trust you, if you seem authentic, passionate, and natural, they will engage with your content. You guys follow that? People want to know that you're a real person. That's what they want to know, right? Are you authentic and are you transparent, right? So, growing your personal brand, and we're gonna be closing out here, guys. I know it's been a little bit it's easier for me to scroll through here than it is for me to go to the table of content. All right. So, and again, the reason why I'm going through this like this is because I want for those that are getting the book, I want you guys to know kind of what this is what you're getting. That's why I'm reading from the book. So, right. So this chapter, growing your personal brand, strategies to grow your personal brand in authority. So once you have decided on your medium, there are a few methods that you can use to grow your brand and authority. Having strong personal branding immediately positions yourself as an authority in your content. It's just that your content will reflect this too, right? So when you're creating content, now for those that are in Legal Shield, you don't have to create a lot of content because the content is already there. You got Prospect by Legal Shield. You also have Legal Shield putting out all of those images where it's like a lady or a man with like the little transparent dialogue box over them with some saying or something like that. Guys, save that image and post it on your feed. You don't have to create a whole bunch of stuff when you're on Legal Shield because Legal Shield does it already for you. I have to create a lot of my material with my personal company, but on Legal Shield, I don't have to. So if you're talking to people about a will, like guys know what the will video I use all the time, I really love using that video that Legal Shield has where it talks about where the guy is going through the corporate office, talking to them about getting a will done, and people are talking about where they only got their cats or they only got this, and the guy's kind of making jokes and going through the office. I love that video because it's a video that covers the reality of how people think, which is, I don't need to get a will done because my family pretty much know what I'm gonna do with my stuff and I don't have a whole bunch of stuff. That's the standard person's response to that kind of stuff. And when they see that video, they're like, oh, I didn't think about that. So I share that video a lot. I didn't have to create it because corporate created it, right? So the best way to grow your personal branding is to create content. Creating your own quality content is the best method to show that you are an expert, that is trustworthy, and that you deserve your audience's time, right? Now, for those that follow me at all on social media, Linnell, it's the video. It's if you go to Prospect by Legal Shield and go to the stuff where estate plan and will stuff, you'll see it's like 2 or 3 videos back there so to choose from. And I don't know the name of that video, but it's only like 2 or 3 of them. So just click the video and let it play and you'll see. But it's a video, and I don't want to send it to you because it's gonna be mine, and you can't use that because I'm gonna get your customer and I don't want to do that. But it's a video back there in a will area. And it's a guy, there's an African-American guy, and he's walking through the corporate office and he's talking about wills and he's talking to the employees and telling them why they need to get a will done. But it's a funny video and it's kind of covering all of those different things that people say why they don't need to get a will. And really that's not true. And it keeps you from having to say that to them because that video presents that. And the video is probably 3 or 4 minutes long. It's a short video, but I use it all the time. And I've even played it at my will workshops in person. I'll have that video in a PowerPoint and I'll play that video, especially in a corporate setting, because it matches that corporate setting and it's a really funny video. To me, it's funny. And it really sends that message. And people are like, you know what? That's right. They're right. Like I do need a will, even though I don't have the standard, right, spouse with 2 or 3 kids and I got all these assets. That's not always why you need to have a will. So it covers all of that kind of stuff. So I really like that. I really like that video and I use it. Now, I do also still create my own Legal Shield stuff. And not with Legal Shield's logo on it, but I create my own scenarios because I do my own little graphic design stuff sometimes. And sometimes I'll make something and I'll post it because it's indirect marketing and I want people to understand, you know, about working from home. So when COVID came out, I was doing a lot of work from home stuff that I was creating myself, even though Legal Shield put out a lot of stuff. So again, guys, I have a little bit of a skill set to do that myself. If you don't, then don't do it. Just use Legal Shield stuff because they put plenty of COVID stuff out when that was going on. I just like to create some of my own stuff, so I do it. But you can do this without having to do that, without having to create your own content, like it says here, right? So it says it works best if you curate content specifically for the medium you are primary posting on. However, posts can also be shared through other platforms. And remember, I showed you guys Canva. Use Canva for a lot of stuff because they show you how to do stuff for Facebook, Instagram stories, stuff like that, so you can fit it to that social media platform. Getting involved in Facebook groups is a great way to interact with your audience in a more casual way. And I talked about this last week. I talked about using Facebook groups and indirectly marketing there. Personal interaction will make them trust and respect you. Once you have enough of an audience, you can also start your own Facebook group and bring your customers to you. Instagram posts, blog posts, and videos are all fantastic ways to grow your branding. But of course, quality is better than quantity. Most post as much valuable content as possible and try to include a call to action for your audience. And call to action is just basically you putting on something, hey, for more information, click here, which Legal Shield stuff does that for you guys. So if you're using something off of Prospect by Legal Shield, it says for more information, click here. Legal Shield does that for you. They create the funnel for you. When they click on that, it goes to Carmen's website. It goes to Bob Frazier's website. And now they're seeing more information where they can click and enroll and put stuff in the cart. So some of the stuff I'm talking to you guys about, guys, Legal Shield is already a step ahead of me, and they already done that for you guys in Legal Shield. But I do some of this stuff on my own because I have my own funnels and my own separate other company. So I do these things there where you guys have Prospect by Legal Shield and call to action button and all those things already, right? So your content does, of course, need to be unique. It should reflect your personal branding, your values, and your goals, and speak to your target audience, which is why sometimes I make my own stuff and I have me in there. So for those that, I get some people that'll say, hey, Dunbar, man, like you always post the pictures of yourself. And I'll be like, I'm not posting pictures of myself, I'm branding. That's what that is. And see, some people think that's you being egotistical, and it's like, no, I'm my brand. I'm posting pictures of me because I want people to be familiar with me because it's my company. So how can I have training by Dunbar and not being pictures of my own stuff? Does that make sense, guys? So it's not about me wanting to see people, to let people see pictures of me. Like I ain't marketing myself, I ain't advertising myself. That's not what I do. It's about me. People want to know who Training by Dunbar is. It's like the people who got a picture of their dog on their Facebook page. Look, no disrespect that you love your dog, but they're not doing business with your dog. So if you're in business, you're saying, yeah, but that's my personal page. People that are doing business with you look at your personal page and they want to see you. They don't want to see Legal Shield's logo. They don't want to see a picture of your dog. They don't want to see your 2-year-old. I get it. You got a baby. You want to put your baby on Facebook. Guys, no disrespect, but we're talking about branding. They're not doing business with your baby. They're doing business with you. You can post pictures of your baby on your Facebook. You can post pictures of your kid on Instagram, but that shouldn't be your profile picture. Your German Shepherd should not be your profile picture. Your cute niece should not be your profile picture. Your deceased father should not be your profile picture. Don't take that personal. We're talking about business right now, guys. So I want you to think about that when you're thinking about branding, right? Free content. Offer free content and resources allows your audience to see that your content will be of a higher caliber. What did I just do? I just gave you guys a free audiobook. I posted on Facebook yesterday. Anybody that wants this free audiobook, just click here and download it. It's free. I got more stuff that I'm going to be giving out free. I just bought a bunch of stuff that I'm going to be giving out free. I do 2 trainings a week for free. My CDLP training on Mondays, like that I do on Mondays for the CDLP space, I don't get paid to do that. In a platform I do it on, I pay for that platform, but I'm doing it for free. Corporate don't pay for that platform. I pay for it to train people in somebody else's company for free. This training every week is for free. So you got to give away free content. You can't just be charging people to deal with you, right? So small professional details are key. Small details are key in improving that your personal brand makes you a credible and reputable voice in your industry. This includes elements like professional headshots that are consistent across all platforms, good language and proofreading, design and aesthetic consistency, and even an email signature. These are such small elements that immediately make you an authoritative source of knowledge. You guys follow that? Good stuff. Thank you, Claudia, and thank you guys that all told me that you guys are enjoying the training. I'm glad you guys get something out of it, right? So creating proper connections within your industry. A great way to bring exposure to your personal branding is to reach out to other people in your industry or similar key players, right? Collaborate with people. Being featured on a popular and respected platform in your industry will elevate your credibility. Why do you think that Darnell Self is doing interviews with Mike Humes about how his business grew? Why do you think that Darnell Self puts together platforms and he's got 7 millennials talking? Because he went to 7 millennials doing what? Bringing millennials into his business. Darnell Self ain't crazy. Now he's doing that training for free. But what is he doing? He wants you guys to watch that video on millennials if you're on his organization and recruit millennials. Those millennials working make money for him. And I'm not saying that like Darnell Self is taking advantage of people. I'm on his team. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that serves the purpose. He's collaborating to create good material to get business to come in. Right, Carmen? He's leveraging. What do you think happens when I prospect a woman and I say, hey, let me get you on the phone with my business partner, Barbara Smith. Let me get you on the phone with my business partner, Jerry Clement. Let me get you on the phone with my business partner, Carmen Guzman. What am I doing? I'm leveraging female to female, and I'm mirror matching because I'm collaborating with another key player in the same industry to build my business. You guys follow that? This stuff is all relative. Being featured on a popular and well-respected platform in your industry will elevate your credibility and authority. It can be worth reaching out to other brands and seeing if they need features or guest blogs. This syndicates your brand's credibility as shows that your work is valued by other trustworthy and prominent sources. So how would I use that paragraph? I can go online, right? As a Legal Shield associate, I could go online and send messages out to bloggers. Are you looking for people who are in network marketing who work from home? I've been in network marketing for 10 years. I'm a 6-figure earner. If you don't mind putting me on your show, I can tell people why working from home works. That blogger says, oh, you know what? I'm looking for speakers. Let me get this guy on. He gets Robert Dunbar on there, and I talk about me being in network marketing, and I've been here for 10 years, and I earn 6 figures, and I get this much money in residual income, and working from home is a great opportunity, especially with COVID hitting, blah, 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 blah. What did that blogger get? That podcast get? That podcast got a speaker. What did I get? Exposure. Because people that are looking to work from home, now they're going to call me because I gave my information and say, so what do you do from home? Well, I work with a company that sells legal and identity theft products from home. Are you interested in doing something like that? Let me send you some information. See how I use that paragraph, guys? In my industry, on branding yourself, by doing what? They don't train this somewhere else. They don't train this somewhere else for you to be able to contact a podcast to get on there to talk about being a network marketer that works from home and getting exposure that way, and now building your pipeline with people who are looking instead of you buying leads. Create your own leads. Create your own leads by branding yourself. So you could simply do that as part of your day. I'm gonna spend an hour a day reaching out to people that do podcasts and asking them if they want me to be a guest speaker. These are my credentials. You know how much business you're gonna get from that? You interviewing people on Facebook. You got a Facebook group and you're interviewing people who work from home. Hey, I would love to be interviewed on your Facebook page. How many people do you have watching your stuff? Is there any way I can get the contact information of the people who are on? Do you gather that information and do you do that? Because sometimes I'll pay. I've had platforms that have interviewed me and I paid them $250 to get on for them to interview me. I'm paying for the interview. And see, if you're not an entrepreneur, that sounds like a stupid move. Why would you pay somebody to interview you? Because that person is now saying, I had 76 people watching this and their information, they had to register for my StreamYard or register for my Zoom. And I'm going to now send you the information to people who register for that Zoom because you paid $250 to be a guest speaker on there. And now I've got those people and I can send the email out and say, hey, look, guys, I thank you guys for being on, looking at my story. If you guys are ever interested in working from home, here's some information, you can contact me. What if I get 3 people out of those 76 people who decide to join Legal Shield with me, and then they make some money, even if they quit sooner or later down the line? I promise you I'm gonna make $250 back, even if all I did was get them to qualify for senior associate and get a matching bonus, or get them to the manager bonus and I get a matching $750 and they make $1,000, guys. It's a no-brainer. It's just on how you're being an entrepreneur. Are you moving in that space? This is why, like I said 30 minutes ago, why branding is important. Because they're not going to train you to do this in other places. And they shouldn't. You should be seeking this information on your own, because that's what makes you an entrepreneur. You should be going to get this information because it can help you in your specific industry. You guys follow that? So while it can seem tempting to try and build your personal brand alone, such connections and collaborations are an invaluable way to reach different aspects of your audiences. And that's why this is important, because that blogger or that podcast, they're running a completely different business. They're a podcast runner. Their money comes from people buying ads. They monetize their podcast. Well, guess what? They need speakers to monetize their podcast because they need people to talk to. And what do you want to do? You want to talk on your podcast because you want people to know what you do so that you can get business from it. So now you're collaborating with somebody from a different industry and you guys are leveraging each other. I'm leveraging your podcast and your audience, and you're leveraging me because you need to book speakers. It's real simple, guys. Nobody's taking advantage of nobody. Both of you guys are in two different industries and you're working together and you both are branding yourselves. You guys follow that? All right. That is the end of today's training. And we have gone way over time. It's 10:33. Sorry, guys. I wanted to get through all those bullet points. So this is the end of the branding. We will be back on mindset next week. So I hope you guys will be tuning in to look at that. So again, guys, I gave you guys 2 weeks of training out of this book. The book is $4.99. I would suggest you buy it, look at it, follow it, whatever you need to do so that you would have this information for yourself, you know, to build into. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be training from these books and then saying, hey, guys, get these books. And they're always going to be this cheap. Like I mean, it may be some other things that have some other features to it, like my Zoom program. For those that saw the Zoom program, I had about 10 people buy into that program for $39. And again, because people know they can talk to me, people always ask me questions. So 2 different people contacted me and said, Dunbar, that Zoom training program you're doing, you charging $40 for it. Like, why would I pay $40 for that? What's in it? This is what's in it. You're gonna get 10 articles that's gonna be that you're gonna get, that you're gonna download with that book, and 10 articles on how to do your webinars and why it's important to do webinars on Zoom. Blah blah blah. You're gonna get these 10 separate articles. Plus, you're getting an ebook that's 34 pages long on how to do Zoom as a professional and use it in your business. And you're also getting, for that $40, 2 one-hour sessions with me on how to do Zoom properly. So whatever questions you have on the material and on the Zoom, all you have to do is say, okay, I'm gonna book my hour-long session with you, and this is what I want to go over about Zoom. You see what I mean? So it's real simple. So that's why it's $40, because you're getting all of this Zoom stuff, and then you're getting 2 hours of coaching for me. And for those that, and this couple of you guys, that's my customers that's on here, like, guys, my coaching, that's $200 an hour. And I'm not saying that to be like funny or like I'm telling you, I charge $200 an hour. Now I don't charge per hour because I do a coaching package, but basically the breakdown on my package is 150 hours, $150 to $200 an hour. I'm giving you 2 hours of coaching on Zoom as part of the $40 ebook and package you buy. So really, I'm just giving you the Zoom, the training, because I want you to understand the stuff, because it doesn't help you to buy something if you don't understand it. So the whole idea with the Zoom training is for, okay, here's the material. I want to make sure now you understand it. So just like I do Legal Shield, when a company says, hey, I'm just going to get my guys enrolled in the benefit, we're going to pay for it for them. Okay, that's great. That's great, guys. But when can I talk to your employees? Because them having it and you paying for it is not going to make them use it. I need to tell them how to use it, how to download the app, how to use the member perks, because I want them to stay on my books, guys. That is my residual income. I appreciate you paying for the membership and telling me I don't got to do a presentation, but you don't shortcut me. I want to do my presentation because I want them to know how to use it. I don't want you to buy my Zoom package for $40 and then don't read it and don't look at the material and don't understand it. What I want you to do is say, okay, I got these articles, I got this stuff, I looked at it. I want to talk to you about how to implement this, and that's what the 2 hours is for. No, Carmen, it's not over there. It's the everything that I sell is always like it's always up on my stuff. So real quickly, I know the screen just went black, guys, but I'm just pulling something up real quick. I gotta pull that training. I gotta figure out where's that. Okay, so all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this link here. Bear with me. Trying to get back in this link. All right, so what I'm dropping now, this link that I'm dropping now, if you click that link, that takes you to that Zoom training for you to get the Zoom training. That Zoom training is like $39.97 or something like that. And once you get it, you're going to get an email from me that's going to say, hey, please make sure that you schedule your two, and you can schedule whenever you want. You don't have to do it like right away. Look at your schedule, figure out how you want to do it. But I'm gonna give you a link to schedule your Zoom trainings with me for an hour apiece. You get 2 of them for an hour apiece. And they're probably gonna go over an hour because you guys know that follow me at all. I'm not gonna stop at an hour. If we go an hour and 15 minutes, it's gonna be whatever. But you're gonna schedule those 2 appointments. And you're also gonna get an email with 10 separate articles to go along with the training that's going to have detailed information on different things, on how to set up your webinars and how to use Zoom for business. And that's on top of you getting the 34-page ebook that you're going to download immediately. So the ebook that you're going to download immediately, that's going to be a part of the download as soon as you pay. So when you pay for it, you're downloading the book right there. You're going to download like 4 things. You're going to get 3 fast action bonuses, right? So you're going to download 4 pieces of material, the ebook and 3 other things. And then you're going to get 10 articles in the email and a link to also schedule appointments. So people that are my customers, I got 3 people on here that are my coaching customers. If you are a coaching client, do not use that link to buy that book, because you get the book at half price if you're one of my coaching clients. So if you're going in to get it, don't pay $39. I'm gonna give you a code as one of my clients, and when you go in, it cuts it down in half because you already pay me as a coach. So I'm not gonna charge you the regular price. So just so you know. So for the 3 people that I see on here that are my clients, don't go buy that Zoom based on that link. You can use the link, but I'm gonna give you a code as a coaching client where it'll take 50% off of the deal. So that's what that is. All right, so I'm gonna open up. So anybody that needs to has any questions, and before you ask your first question, please text me or email me if you have not gotten your network marketing as an entrepreneur ebook. Those went out already. People are telling me that they didn't receive it. I don't know why you didn't particularly receive it. I don't know whether it went to spam or what happened there, but I'm trying to get that corrected. So if you paid for the book and you do not have that book, that was the very first book I was selling, Network Marketing as an Entrepreneur. If you do not have it, just text me or email me, and when I see it, I will do what I need to do to get the book to you. So just so you guys know, because I know a lot of you guys, a lot of people pre-ordered it and it's out, and some people haven't gotten it. So just make sure that you let me know if you haven't gotten it. So if you need to ask any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself, and I will get your questions answered here before we close out.
Mr. Dunbar, I just want to say thank you so much for pouring into us the way you're doing. This is just remarkable, and I am eternally grateful.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for getting on every week. I see that you're on here most of the time,
Yes.
If not every time, and I appreciate that, because I know it's so much other stuff going on. Believe me when I tell you, man, it's so much other stuff going on. So when people get on here, I'm like, that's important to me, because it's so many other things that you could be on right now. So to get on here and hear me ramble for an hour, man, that's a big deal, because it's not like I'm doing a 20-minute presentation. So thank you guys for getting on. Thank you, Carmen.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else? Going once? Going twice?
I just want to say I agree with Carmen, and you did a fabulous job, and thank you so much for all you did tonight, sir. Learned so much from you.
You got it. I appreciate you being on. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, guys. And don't forget to get that audio, man. Don't forget to get that, to grab that free audio on affirmations. Oh, you know what else is there too, guys? When you get the affirmation audio, I also have in that package, and remember, it's free, the 100 affirmations by Darlene Quincy. For those who know who Darlene Quincy is, she has 100 affirmations, and that PDF is in there. So when you download that package, when you go in there and get it, it's free. When you download it, one of the downloads is a PDF that's got the 100 affirmations that Darlene Quincy says every day. And I believe Darlene Quincy is a 150 or $200,000 ring earner. I can't remember if she's 150 or 200,000, but she's out of Atlanta. And her affirmations from the training that we did together, that PDF is part of that package, so you will get that as well. Anybody else?
Ms. Dunbar, this is Zephanie Williamson. Again, a great training. You are amazing and do incredible training. I really, really appreciate all that you are pouring into us because this is really helping me. You said if we pre-ordered the book, but we haven't gotten it yet, what is it? What did you want us to do?
Just email me or text me.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
email or text me so I have note that it didn't, because the way I'm doing this stuff now, that was the first book that I did. And I had it set up where it was supposed to go out through a system. And now I realize that that system is not working the way it necessarily should. So you kind of live and you learn. So now you guys will see the things that you're getting from me now. When you go in and buy it, you can download it directly from that server. So when you go and say, hey, I want this personal branding book, when you buy it, there's a download button. And you click it and it downloads everything right into your computer right there. So it's not something that's going to come later on and all that. So I'm changing some of the things that some of my systems, because they don't work as well as they were advertised, obviously. So I'm trying to fix that because that was the first book. But the other stuff that I'm marketing and putting out there for people, it's a buy it, download it, not